A 150-pound German Shepherd that nobody wanted, 4 families who walked away, and a security camera that caught something happening at 3:09 every single morning for 11 straight weeks, something no one in the house had asked for, trained for, or even known was there. This is what it recorded. Emily Carter was 31 years old, a pediatric occupational therapist, and someone who made every decision with a spreadsheet. When she found out she was pregnant, she built a color-coded birth plan, a feeding schedule, and a room-by-room child-proofing list that covered every drawer, outlet, and sharp corner in the house. She had thought of everything, except Duke. Duke was a 150-pound German Shepherd with a black and tan coat, ears that stood like radio towers, and a stare so focused it made first-time visitors stop at the front door and reconsider their choices. He had been with Emily and Mark for 3 years before the baby came. He was loyal, he was calm, and he was, according to 3 separate guests at their last dinner party, absolutely terrifying. They had adopted Duke when he was 2. His previous owner, a man who trained security dogs professionally, surrendered him with a single note: "Too attached, won't work." For a working protection dog, that was a serious flaw. For Emily and Mark, it turned out to be the entire point. Duke had spent 74 days in the shelter before they found him. In that time, 4 families came to visit. Every single one walked away. Too big, too intense, too serious. He never barked at them, never growled. He just looked. Steady, focused, completely unblinking, and that was enough to make grown adults turn around and choose a golden retriever instead. Mark had been the one to stop in front of his kennel. Duke pressed his nose against the bars and held eye contact for 11 full seconds without looking away. Mark came home that evening and told Emily he had found their dog. Emily asked if he was under 50 pounds. He was not. The first year was adjustment. Duke claimed the couch within the first 48 hours. Not aggressively, just decisively. He climbed up, turned once, lay down, and looked at them both as if to say, well, this is mine now. The cushion sank nearly 3 inches on his side. Emily bought a second couch. Duke claimed that one too. She stopped fighting it and started thinking of the whole situation as Duke's interior design philosophy. He followed Mark into every room: the kitchen at 6:22 every morning, the garage on weekends, the bathroom where Duke would slide one enormous paw under the door to confirm someone was still alive on the other side. If the paw went unacknowledged for more than 30 seconds, a second one appeared, then a nose. He ate 9.5 pounds of food per week, and his drool hit the kitchen floor in such a consistent pattern that Emily had simply started placing a towel in the same spot each morning, the way other people set out a welcome mat. Then Liam arrived. He was born on a Tuesday in October, 7 pounds 4 ounces, with his father's eyebrows and his mother's complete refusal to sleep on any recognizable schedule. Emily's mother called the morning before they brought him home: keep the dog away from the baby. Mark's brother sent the same thing by text. Their neighbor Carol, a retired school principal, stopped Emily in the driveway and said with genuine concern, "That dog is not a family dog. He is a guard dog. There is a difference." Emily thanked her and went inside. The morning they brought Liam home, Duke was waiting at the front door, sitting, perfectly still, ears forward. Mark carried the car seat through the door and set it on the living room floor. Duke stood slowly, walked forward, and lowered his enormous head toward the blanket. He sniffed the edge of it for exactly 4 seconds. Then he stepped back, sat down 3 feet away, and did not move again. That night, Emily put Duke's bed in the hallway with the nursery door cracked 6 inches. By 2 a.m., the bed was empty. She found him lying flat on the hardwood directly outside the nursery doorway, chin pressed to the ground, eyes still open. She looked at him for a moment. Then she went back to bed and let him stay. Week 1 had its moments. Duke discovered that Liam made sounds unlike anything he had heard before, high-pitched, unpredictable, arriving without warning from the small room at the end of the hall. Every time Liam made a sound, Duke stood, walked to the doorway, looked in to confirm the small human was accounted for, and returned to his place on the floor. He did this without being asked, without being rewarded, without anyone in the house fully registering it was happening. You're still watching but haven't subscribed yet? That honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You'll want to see what comes next. By month 2, Liam had discovered Duke's ears. He grabbed both of them with his fists, pulled sideways, released, and grabbed again. Duke held perfectly still through every round of this. His expression did not change. He simply sat there and allowed the experiment to continue for as long as it needed to.
Emily took 17 photographs in a single afternoon. It was the first time she had laughed without stopping herself first in 11 weeks. The nose-to-nose moment happened on a Wednesday. Liam was in his bouncer on the living room floor. Duke walked over slowly and pressed his nose directly to Liam's forehead. Liam went completely still. Then he reached up and wrapped one hand around Duke's muzzle. Duke leaned slightly forward. Neither of them moved for 8 full seconds. Emily was standing in the kitchen doorway and did not breathe. She bought a security camera for the nursery the following morning. She told herself it was for peace of mind. She installed it on a Thursday. By Saturday, she was reviewing footage over her first cup of coffee when she put the mug down. Every night at 3:09 a.m., not 3, not 3:15, but 3:09, on the dot, Duke stood up from his spot in the hallway. He walked to the front door and stood still for exactly 14 seconds, listening. Then to the back door, same thing. Then to each of the living room windows, one at a time. Then down the hall to the nursery doorway, where he stopped and watched Liam breathe for 63 seconds before turning and walking back to his place on the floor. He had been doing it every single night for 11 weeks, while Emily slept, while Mark slept, while Liam slept, while the entire house was dark and completely unaware. Nobody had asked him, nobody had trained him, nobody in that house had known. Emily sent the clip to Mark at 7:14 a.m. He watched it twice without saying anything. Then he walked down the hallway, sat on the floor next to Duke, and put his hand on the dog's back. Duke opened one eye, then closed it again. Emily called Carol that afternoon, not to argue, just to say it out loud to someone. Today, Liam is 14 months old. Duke is 5. Liam has figured out that Duke's food bowl sits at floor level and considers this a personal invitation, which Duke tolerates with a patience that borders on philosophical. Liam falls asleep against Duke's ribs on the couch at least 3 times a week, and Duke does not move until the boy wakes up on his own. The purple toy ball from Liam's first week home has quietly become Duke's. He carries it from room to room and places it beside wherever Liam happens to be sitting, which is the closest thing to a gift a 150-pound German Shepherd seems able to offer. Carol came by last month. She watched Liam pull himself to standing using Duke's back as a support beam, both fists buried in fur, laughing at something only a 14-month-old can hear. Duke did not shift. He held still and let the boy find his balance. Carol was quiet for a long moment. Then she said, "I suppose I had that wrong." Mark smiled. Most people do. Duke still checks the doors at 3:09 every morning. Emily still watches the footage sometimes, not because she worries, but because she needs the reminder that the dog 4 families walked away from, the one a note said was too attached to be of any use, was just waiting for a family worth attaching to. There was never anything wrong with him. He just needed someone small enough to need him back. Is this love or something even older than that? Tell me in the comments.